क्यों स्माइल कर रहे हो?
ना क्योंकि आप स्माइल कर रहे थे इसलिए।
बहुत ही ज्यादा वाइबी पॉडकास्ट होने वाला है। Do you miss being not famous?
You know, I do the same shit that I used to do before. I still go to Soul Fry for karaoke night. I still like to have my Gajali Bombil fry. I still go to Good Luck for Keema Pao. You can't change that. If you change that, you're not being true to yourself.
In terms of food, what's an ideal first date for you?
Biryani. Sushi and all, I can't do. I can't do it. Chopsticks, you're nervous, you're like shaking, like I can't. You should eat it with your hands only. You can't have kata chamal.
That's the inner Parsi voice speaking.
Yeah, you have to eat properly. If you can't eat properly, then... I'm very desi actually. Now that you're talking about all this, I'm actually very desi. And I need all this like desi pana.
Too many thoughts inside you, Tara.
Always. I'm a Scorpio, man. It's just what you get.
But one of the chats when it comes to astrology is don't date a Scorpio girl because if you break up by chance, she'll kill you.
I can't forget, but I will forgive.
Would you say like that your mental health has been the lowest this year than other years?
I think maybe for a year or year and a half, that's certainly how I felt. I'll give myself credit for this. I am good at picking myself up. I've had to do it a lot in the last 10 years of my life. Since I became a part of this industry, it's a very unforgiving place and a very isolating place. So you have to do a lot of figuring out for yourself because nobody else does it for you.
What's the most intense positive experience you've ever had in your life?
To be completely seen and understood finally.
Are you dating anyone right now?
See this question that has come. I'm very happy right now. I'm elated, over the moon. It is the best feeling ever.
क्यों स्माइल कर रहे हो?
ना क्योंकि आप स्माइल कर रहे थे इसलिए.
बहुत ही ज्यादा वाइबी पॉडकास्ट होने वाला है.
I'm so excited. I'm getting a very interesting energy from when I stepped in here. So I'm very interested for this.
What energy are you getting?
Apart from the obvious tranquility of your studio and the waiting room, which was very interesting because it felt like there were Japanese screens. There was a little bit of, I saw the Gita placed on one side. I saw all of these amazing prophets and gods. And that's why I asked you, are you religious? Are you more spiritual? And I'm looking even around here. It's very interesting because when one usually has a conversation like this, one is not really experiencing this kind of energy. And I picked up on it literally as soon as I walked in.
Let me just tell you that people in our office have lost their shit that Tara Sutaria is in this.
Oh, that's very sweet.
And there's a lot of people who want to get to know the real you.
Okay.
Whenever you've been on any podcast or an interview, I've always noticed that you pause after talking about your art a little bit. Like it's very, very close to you.
It is.
Like, and I think that there's very few souls that are blessed with this much art inside them.
I've heard that a lot in my life, and I feel really lucky to realize that people see that in me. It's interesting. I've always thought I'm an intuitive person since I was a little girl. So I also pick up on blessings and people and energy, and that's why I said what I did when I came in here. But that's such an interesting observation. I didn't realize I pause after I talk about what I do. Or was it specific to music or acting or something like that, or not specific to anything as such?
Both music and acting.
Both music and acting. How interesting. Okay. It does mean the world to me. I mean, it's essentially the largest part of my life. Music more so, I think, than acting. Music has been in my life much longer. It's been the epicenter, I would say, of my life. All through school, before school, college, even now, I think, very much the most important aspect of my life and kind of like shaped me in a lot of ways. So it means a great deal to me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Very interesting that you're saying music even more than acting.
Yeah.
Love that.
I feel like I've recognized that. I always knew it, But because there were a few years in my career, in the beginning of my career, that I was so caught up and busy, and it tends to happen, I think, that you forget part of your essence. Not that I forgot music, but I didn't give it the kind of attention that I'm going to start giving it from now. And over the last few months, I have been doing that, and I feel like I'm coming back to who I really am because of that.
Uh, I just want to ask you about what's up generally in life.
Life has been, for the most part, amazing, and for some of it, a little tougher than I would have liked it to have been, but no complaints because we all have our crap that we're dealing with, right? So, no complaints as such. I think whatever my hurdles used to be when I was growing up or even recently, the good thing is that I have developed since my pre-teens, I would say, a relatively good sense of self and understanding, and had a good sense of self-worth and known like who I am. Funnily enough, despite being a very shy kid and being a very sensitive person, that's actually helped me understand who I am. Because like you said, there's a lot of thoughts, there's a lot of sitting with oneself that I enjoy. So for me, even in the tougher moments in life, I just like sit with myself and I figure it out. Because honestly, I don't, in my experience, I don't think anybody can really help you figure stuff out apart from yourself.
Not even your twin sister?
Honestly, sometimes yes, and I think it's vice versa as well. She really understands me, even though we're poles apart in so many ways. She really understands when I'm hurt, why I'm actually hurt, like the root cause of it. Because we were inseparable when we were growing up. So she really understands the intricacies of everything with me, and likewise. So she can help me in a lot of ways, but when it's work related or it's a bunch of other things, you can only really help yourself, I think. Yeah, which has been my learning.
For audiences that don't know Pia
Yeah.
very well, I want to tell audiences that both you and Pia are very magnetic people. And I don't mean like the way you guys look.
Yeah.
I mean like there's a lot of art, a lot of depth. She's also an artist.
Yes, she is. She's an incredible dancer and has her own dance school, and yeah.
But this level of art again happens from a place of depth, which happens because of some things which have happened in childhood, according to me.
I think it's an amalgamation of two things. One is, I believe that you're born with a certain level of natural depth that has come to you through some blessing when you were born, when you were a child. I also think that it is how much you observe the world and how much you pay attention to the little things when you're young. And I think both of us, because our parents always created this culture at home where we would spend time with our parents' friends even as little kids. So what we were hearing, what we were paying attention to, what we were observing in every way was conversation about worldly things, everything. So when you pay attention and you enjoy that kind of culture and conversation, and it's created from such a young age, where you're like an equal, even though you're a child, you're an equal in that room, which we have to be very grateful to mom and dad for, because not a lot of parents do that. That has created that sort of depth in us, and that I think, and of course, us teaching ourselves things over the years as well. But that's definitely a large part of why we are the way we are.
Being treated as equals by
Yeah.
your parents, right?
Like even when we were little.
Have you by any chance seen any of our children's podcasts?
I have not.
Okay.
Sorry.
We try keeping that environment for the kids.
Okay.
Because I feel like the souls that are descending now are way more advanced than the
Yes.
souls that
Yes.
already exist in the world.
Yes.
So if you talk to a 10-year-old today,
It's so different.
way more
Yeah,
advanced.
it's so different. It's so different.
Too much more depth. Do you want to be a mother at some point in your life?
Unlike a lot of my friends that we've grown up with, if I'm really honest, I can't say that I've thought about it that much. I have according to my friends and my family, I'm a very naturally,
Nurturing.
yeah. Maybe I picked that up from my mom. She's very much like that. I love taking care of people, emotionally being there for them. and in every way being there for them. It's something I really enjoy. I don't know about being a mother. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure. A large reason for this is also I love watching David Attenborough's documentaries. And there's one in particular that has stayed with me for a long time since it came out, and I keep rewatching it to remind myself how important what he talks about is. And there's one on, can I say Netflix?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one on Netflix.
You can cast,
Oh,
you can say Netflix.
Okay, great. So yeah, I've been watching these documentaries recently and over the last few years, and I just feel like it's not to be pessimistic, but then this is also a part of who I am. It's a very interesting and also tricky time to think about having children when so much is going wrong in the world. And that is a thought that I do think about all the time. Time will tell, life will tell if that is meant for me and whoever I am with. But as of now, it's not something that I'm thinking about all the time. And I didn't grow up thinking about it. I know a lot of girls do, and I think that's really sweet and wonderful, but it's not something I've really given space to in my mind.
What did you grow up thinking about?
The stage, just being on stage. I just grew up, I just wanted to be Barbara Streisand. I just love her way too much.
Barbara Streisand.
Barbara, yeah. See, so many young people today know her from that song. And I'm like most insulted that that's how people know her. But anyway, yeah.
No, I can totally see that happening.
I hope so.
Why do you just hope so?
I feel like even now in our country, it's not accepted. The kind of music that I hope and wish to make very much a part of our city to begin with, and then of course country. I think people are still very excited only about certain things, and that is restricted to sometimes only Bollywood. And while there is much to celebrate in Bollywood and the music has been celebrated for years, I think there's, we're bringing the world to India in so many ways, and I feel like we can do it even more. And I feel like the NMACC has done that really beautifully. And I would like to add to that culture even more, because there's so much we can do and they're doing it so beautifully. But I really think that if I don't do this and if I don't bring it to my own city, then what a shame that would be.
I think that you will flourish even more on a global stage.
Yeah.
Like international work is the game.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, artists in every different domain of media in our country, for whatever reason, don't usually think of going global.
I wonder why that is, but you're the 10th or 11th person to say this to me. And very often I'm told by face readers or palm readers or people that I meet in that space. It's like the first or second thing that they say to me. And they always bring up something else specific, which I won't talk about, but they always bring up...
Say it now.
No, it's about being away. It's about being away that they bring up.
That you'll
very similar
marry
to
a
what
foreigner.
you... No, not about my work life.
Oh.
That they always bring up London for some reason. And I'm very close to that part of the world, but it's very interesting that you bring this up. I think because we were brought up like that. We're Parsis. All Parsis are brought up listening to Barbara Streisand, Engelbert, Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra. So, that's the environment we're all brought up in. So I think that's why we're a little bit more in that space, in that zone.
Globalized.
Well, sure, if you want to call it that.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
When you grow up around Parsis, that's what you pick up as well.
You have, no?
Because they introduce you to culture.
You'll walk into the living room, you'll hear Dean Martin only. I'm telling you.
You'll walk into a lot of vibes in the living room.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, if I'm ever dealing with a lot of anxiety or some bad mental health, I just spend some time with my Parsi bros.
They're chilled out. And no issue is too big an issue, I think, for most of the Babajis that I know. I love that. They take it easy.
Yeah, it's like this weird combination of toughness as well as being very chilled out at the same time.
Yeah, you're so right. Especially with my male Parsi friends, actually.
And I say this because I have too many Parsi bros, but there is that little crazy element.
They're all mad. We are all mad. Not they. We are all mad. Actually, we are all mad. And when you come to our house only, you'll realize that.
Yeah. Every human being should have a few Parsi friends.
I completely agree. And there are few of us, so I mean, it shouldn't be that hard. Yeah. Yeah,
Are you connected to Parsi culture?
very much.
Yeah.
Very much.
You know, we've done a very detailed Zoroastrian episode. Like, I've gone very deep into
What?
Zoroastrian history. Yeah.
Oh my
And,
goodness.
Yeah, it's like, I do you like history?
Yes, of course.
Do you study Zoroastrian history?
I mean, I've spoken to family and friends about it. I haven't studied it in great detail, but in essence, I stand by what the culture stands for. Not all of it, but most of it.
Not all of it.
Hmm.
If I was Parsi, I would stand for all of it based on everything that I've learned.
Okay, interesting.
What if I may not stand for? I'm not going to bring up right now.
Good, 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 good. That's great.
But
But you look Parsi and you sound Parsi.
yeah. But you're the most stable Parsi I've met in my life. Both you and Pia.
That's because we have not eaten a meal together and you don't know the psychopana that is happening at
Yeah?
home. Yeah.
Yeah?
We're all mad only.
Huh?
Yeah.
When I've met you socially, don't mind me saying this.
That's
because
okay.
I knew we'd podcast at some point, so I didn't want to like break the ice that time.
Yeah.
But you're really shy.
Yeah. I think the first time we bumped into each other, it was quite a few years ago, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. I was very painfully shy at that time. Now a little bit less.
In fact, I remember the 2 or 3 times I've like seen you. I have a very good memory with these
Okay.
things. I'd seen you at Soho House once at the
Okay.
reception, and
Okay.
I'd seen you at KC Roasters,
Yes.
which is Mumbai's best coffee in my opinion.
Yes.
Still,
My sister will agree with you on that.
I keep running into her at KC Roasters.
Yeah, I think she lives there.
Yeah?
A dear friend of ours owns the place.
You know, when I was in my mid-20s, I had a bit of a heartbreak, like at
Okay.
26-ish, and that pushed me into a phase of really trying to find a partner.
Okay.
So I would do a lot of first dates at KC Roasters.
Okay.
On Sunday afternoons.
Sweet.
And every time I was there, I would see Tara Sutaria.
Oh, really?
And then,
A lot of people say this to me. Yeah. But it's a lovely place to do that. It's quaint, it's sweet, it's
yeah.
tucked away in Bandra.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
I think places like that need to be celebrated.
I completely agree with
Right?
you.
I think they brought coffee culture to Mumbai.
They did, and also there's a very sweet culture that KC Roaster has of bringing people together. I feel like a lot of our friends have met new people in their lives there. I love that it's understated. I love that it's very Bandra. I love that it's sweet, yeah. That's what a coffee shop should be. I love it.
Do you miss being not famous?
You know, I do the same shit that I used to do before. Can I say that?
Yeah.
I do the same stuff that I used to do before. I haven't changed anything in my routine. I still go to Soul Fry for karaoke night every Monday, Wednesday and Friday when I'm not filming. I still like to have my Gajali Bombil fry. And I do it all the time. It's not like once in a blue moon. I'll still go to Good Luck for Keema Pao. Like, yeah.
Wow.
That's just, you can't change that. If you change that, you're not being true to yourself.
Good luck, Pune.
Good luck here.
There's good luck here.
How have you not been? It's opposite Mehboob Studio.
Really?
Guys, go and have the keema fry, not the regular keema fry.
Really?
With pav. And put a double cheese omelette on top of it. Just saying.
In terms of food, what's an ideal first date for you?
Biryani.
Ideal first date, biryani.
The sushi and all, I can't do it. Chopsticks, you're nervous, you're like shaking, like I can't. Have a biryani, everybody's happy. And it's yummy. And there's carbohydrates. Our friends, guys, they are our friends. Yeah. And like karaoke and biryani.
Yeah? But you're okay if the guy is a bit of a messy eater.
Yeah, enjoy your food. You should eat it with your hands only. You can't have kata chammach and all.
That's the inner Parsi voice speaking.
Yeah, you have to eat properly. If you can't eat properly, then...
Okay. My ideal first date would probably be like Indian food, probably like Punjabi food.
Yeah, because you get to know a person, I think, by the food that they eat.
Right? If I take someone out for great Punjabi food, which very often is lacha paratha and like butter paneer or
Where
butter
do you
chicken.
go for great Punjabi food?
There's a place called Butter Chicken Factory. There's Gallops.
Love Gallops, guys.
Goila Butter Chicken.
Oh my god, love Goila.
Yeah. But anyway, my point is that whenever having Punjabi food, I'm enjoying it because it's great food.
Correct.
But the person in front of me sometimes will go like, oh, I don't want to get my hands dirty. And then they'll eat the lacha paratha with one hand and then eat the butter paneer or chicken with the spoon. It's a red flag.
It's finger food, guys.
Right?
I think it's fine to use your fingers. Yeah.
This is why even though the thought of getting married to a foreigner is interesting, I think I need someone from the subcontinent.
I understand.
Yeah?
I feel the same way. Yeah.
Huh? Would you ever get married to a foreigner?
I don't think so. Because I'm very desi actually. If I now that you're talking about all this, I'm actually very desi, and I need all this like desi pana.
Which is what?
Just like there's a certain chilled out thing that we have, na? Like whether it's food related, whether it's family related, there's a certain way of being here, and I enjoy that. So I would want that.
Indian
myself.
guys.
Yeah.
Huh? Everyone's going to watching Shah Rukh Khan films and being like that guy.
Huh. Correct. I need simplicity and I need comfort and I need, the person to know who they are. If you know who you are, everything else falls into place. I feel.
Simplicity I get, comfort I get, but you're saying self-awareness you need.
Self-awareness, self-worth to a certain extent, and having a sense of self as well. Very important.
Which means what?
Which means knowing who you are in essence, and knowing your beliefs, what you stand for, what you don't stand for, what you will never stand for, what you could possibly change to stand for. All of these things are so important.
Too many thoughts inside you, Tara
Always,
Sutaria.
always. I'm a Scorpio, man.
How-
It's just what you get.
Which means what? What's a Scorpio like?
In my experience, Scorpios are, and people know this, I think, about Scorpios, very passionate people, very intense thinking people, overthinking people. But I love us all the more for that, if I can say that. I know very few Scorpios in my life, but the few that I do know, I appreciate because we really think before we do. And I like that.
Yeah. You know, there's very few men who are into astrology for whatever reason.
And you are one of them.
Maybe.
Who is?
Maybe.
I feel like you are.
But one of the man-to-man chats when it comes to astrology is don't date a Scorpio girl because if you break up by chance, she'll kill you.
Really?
Is that true?
No.
No? You're
No.
forgiving?
Yes. Maybe not easily able to forget certain things. If it's too painful, maybe not. But I would like to think so.
I think this forgive, not forget is a very healthy way of living life.
I think so too. I actually think so too. I've been giving this a lot of thought recently. As I'm getting older, I'm experiencing more and more crappy people in the world. And I feel like I can't forget, but I will forgive. Because, like you said, it's the healthier way to do it.
Appreciate you saying that so openly.
Yeah.
Huh? I feel the same, especially this year.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the crap that you've encountered in the last few years?
I think there's crap in every department. Since COVID, I think everything has been extremely stressful for everybody. Work has been weird. I'm not speaking for myself. I'm speaking in general. I have friends. None of my friends are in the same job that I do. Nobody I know actually very intimately and closely does what I do. And I'm noticing it across the board. Everybody is going through a tough time. This Mercury retrograde, I just want to say that has not ended. I don't understand what the heck that means. But it's never ending. Some retrograde or the other is happening. I don't know whether that's got to do anything with it or not, but it's just been a very weird few years. And I think everybody that I'm meeting, even strangers, are talking about it. Energetically, a heavy time. Things are just not panning out the way people wanted them to. Everybody's hurt. Everybody's stressed. Nobody is being good to one another. Human beings have changed. The world has changed. It's been a very rough time, I think, for all of us. For me, in the last few years, both professionally and personally, some great highs, some very painful lows. Thank God I'm connected to myself enough and thoughtful enough and mindful enough as a person. I've taught myself how I would like to respond to things. And it's only because, like I said, I sit with myself a lot. There's a lot of introspection and reflection that has happened over the last few years, without which I would not be as strong or tough as I am today, because I wasn't strong or tough growing up. So I think for me, doing that with myself has really changed the game for me. So, if anyone's watching this and is going through a rough time, just like sit with yourself, understand how you want to respond to it, and you'll help yourself through it. Like really, really helped me. I can't even tell you.
Couple of things to unpack there.
Yeah, sure.
So I've had a rough year as well. And one of my biggest challenges this year, amongst a million challenges, was to actually still be a good leader despite everything that was happening. It's tested me to the nth
I
degree.
can imagine.
But I don't think I'm just speaking for myself, because
Right.
it's been a difficult year for all of humanity.
Yeah.
So
Few years, I would say.
I think this year's been a little worse than
This
normal,
has been a very weird year.
right? Would you say like that your mental health has been the lowest this year than other years?
No.
No? This year's been okay?
Interestingly enough, not at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see that around me a lot, especially in our age group.
Yeah.
Lots of people. So
Yes. I have experienced that in my friend group, in people that I work with. Very much so. You're right about that. Not for me personally, but for people around me, I have experienced that.
yeah, man, because I kind of feel like late 20s, early 30s is about really, really prepping, usually for your family phase or for your stable career phase. And no one I know has it sorted out.
Because we're told that it's the conditioning, no, when you're growing up, by the time you're 30, everything's going to be set, everything's going to be perfect. Really seldom does that actually happen. And again, I'm not speaking for myself here, I'm speaking for all of my friends. I'm speaking for, of course, myself too, but my twin sister, my immediate family, my friends. It's the conditioning that we have is all wrong. You know, that things will be sorted, everything will be streamlined. By the time you're 30, you'll be set. Absolutely not. This is our time to figure out how we want to represent ourselves for the rest of our 30s, 40s. So I don't think you have to have it figured out by now. And quite frankly, nobody has it figured out before your 30s. So people need to chill about that a little bit.
I feel like my pain has left me dry. Do you feel that about your pain?
When you say it's left you dry, it's left you numb in a sense, or
Yeah.
yeah, that's what you mean. I think maybe for a year or year and a half, that's certainly how I felt. Um, I'll give myself credit for this. I am good at picking myself up and figuring it out. I've had to do it a lot in the last 10 years of my life since I became a part of this industry. It's a very unforgiving place and a very isolating place. So you have to do a lot of figuring out for yourself. You have to pick yourself up a lot of times because nobody else does it for you. And I think I learned that early in my career. So I'm able to do it now 9, 10 years in, even, whether it's personally or professionally. So I did have that phase where I really, and I pride myself on always knowing what to do, what to say, how to respond to things. But for a little while there, I don't think that I knew what was going on with myself. And I gave myself the time and the space to figure it out. And that's exactly what happened. And today I feel like my most whole self, like my best self.
Can you rewind to the low, like the lowest you ever felt because of career?
I'll be honest with you, that doesn't bother me. Career stuff doesn't bother me because I don't, like, I always say this line, it's what I do, it's not who I am. So why should I let that define my mental space? It's not worth it. Look at what's happening in the world. I know people in their 20s who are dying of heart attacks. Why am I sitting and stressing about a film that didn't work out? Like, it's insane and inane to me that we put so much energy into what we do. Focus on who you are. What you do will not matter as much. Yes, it's important. It definitely helps in adding to the sense of self and your worth and all of that. But it's not the be all and end all of the world. And in our country, I feel like we have so much impetus to this culture of work. It's certainly important. But if you're going to stress about that and make yourself sick over it, I mean, I'm just not built like that. I value my life way too much. I value my me time and my mental space too much to worry about a film that's not working. Like, move on. That's how I look at it.
It's also a very Mumbai thing.
Yeah, it's the culture we've set in the city. Very driven towards that.
There's this part of me that feels very empathetic towards you about this pain angle. I can't exactly spot what I'm speaking about, but I do sense that there's this one painful thing that you're holding on to. For me, it's honestly everything that happened this year. Like, I'm mentally shocked about it. But
I get it. No, I think it's a couple of things that have happened in the last few years, professionally, personally, in every department. Um, I think I've let a lot of things go because I've realized I'm not good at holding on to things. It doesn't suit me. It doesn't sit well within me. I'm going to be 30 this year. Both Pia and I are going to be 30 this year. And a lot of interesting realizations and epiphanies have come to us both. And the big one for me is let it go. Just let it go. Even, as a personality and even as a Scorpio, it's not easy to. It really isn't. I've never been able to do it my whole life. But now I'm like, I feel so ready. And that's why I said I feel like whole because I'm able to let things go in a way that I never could before. Maybe it's just growing up. I don't know.
tiny tangential compliment, then we'll come back to exactly this topic. You guys are both aging so beautifully.
Really?
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I say that as like in like the nicest way.
Thank you.
I also say that to the guys I meet where I feel that they're aging really well because
Thank you. That's such a nice compliment. People think that aging is like to use that word even towards a lady is not a compliment.
that's why I didn't know how to word it.
Really you don't have to think, I feel like that's a great compliment. What a privilege it is to be turning 30 and to be told that one is growing up beautifully and aging well. That's a great thing.
I'm going to go into like 2 levels of depth with this thought exactly,
Okay.
okay? And the hope is that people pick up on how to age gracefully because this is what I've observed through the podcast
Yeah.
as well. There's an Urdu word called Noor, which means inner light. And I think that that's the core of aging gracefully. You need to
Yes.
hold on to that inner light. Whether that's spirituality for you or a healthy routine or
Yeah.
being a kind person or charity, whatever it is, you need to hold on to that Noor.
Yeah.
And invariably, with people having aging related trouble, whether it's skin issues, hair issues, or mental health stuff, in many cases, they've consciously let go of that Noor through lifestyle choices
Yeah.
or being bitter about whatever's happened in
Yes.
life. You've seen a lot of pain, man. Despite that, holding on to the Noor, it's not easy. So kudos.
Thank you. First of all, fun fact: always wanted my name to be Noor in a movie. Hint, 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 hint. But I feel like everything is transient. Nothing really stays apart from a handful of things in life. Pain is transient. Most things are transient. Everything will go and fade at some point. This being slim and being cool and being photographed and being in the movies, all of these things will go. So beyond a point, yeah, certain things hurt in life a lot and it's awful and it's miserable, and then life is beautiful again, and then there'll be pain again, and then it'll be beautiful again, and that's just the circle that I've understood. This is life. This is growing up. I'm lucky because I have, whether it's Pia or it's my parents, quite frankly, like we can talk about anything. We can talk about the most mundane things that you can't even imagine one can talk to a parent about. If I didn't have that, I don't think I would have the Noor that you speak of. Because this human experience is all about sharing. For me, at least, I'm a sharer.
Wow.
I need to share. There is no joy in life if you can't share it with somebody or with a few people, at least.
The human experience is all about sharing.
It is. Go on a solo trip is fabulous, but go on a trip with the love of your life. It changes your perspective on everything. Love is the thing, man. Like, nothing greater. No career, no nothing beats love. And anybody that, I'm telling you, anybody that says otherwise has not been in it. So I highly recommend.
On your deathbed, you're not going to know about what's in your bank account or how many social media followers you have. But you're going to be holding the hand of your partner and the hand
And
of your
you'll
kids.
at least go with that fullness and that wholeness and that wonderfulness of sharing your life with somebody. What a great achievement to have shared it with somebody.
One of the 32-year-old practices that I've picked up on recently is that I'm eating like hyper healthy now. Like I've made it even healthier.
How nice.
But when I do have a cheat meal, I have to share it with someone.
How often are these cheat meals?
Once a week, twice a
Ranveer,
week.
you're sounding like an actor. You're sounding like those actors.
Dude, I'll tell you why I'm doing like this level of intensity with diet. I love food, okay? As much as you love food. But you spoke about pains and happiness and sadness coming and going.
Right.
Usually, type A personalities, especially men, process ups and downs through stoicism,
Right.
like being stoic.
Right.
And I've been going deep into how to develop the skill of stoicism. And one of the easy ways is to detach yourself from enjoying food.
Oh my goodness, that sounds ghastly. I mean, I'm glad it's working for you, but oof,
Yeah.
a week without good food is a week not well spent.
I don't know, man. Like, maybe it's just a guy thing, and maybe it's just my guy friends around me.
Could be.
But there's this like pleasure and stability you gain through being brutal on yourself as a guy.
What's your sun sign?
Gemini.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm a psycho, even on that.
Interesting.
What did you think?
Interesting. I thought you were a Scorpio.
Oh, really? What are Scorpios like?
I don't know. I just energetically felt like you were a Scorpio. I think I'm a bit of an empath, so something about when I come into spaces and meet people or shake your hand or something, I just feel certain things. It's interesting. Anyway.
Do you see this a lot though? Especially in your industry?
What?
I feel people are brutal on themselves on many fronts.
Yeah, people are punishing themselves. I wouldn't even say they're brutal. I think a lot of people punish themselves thinking that it's rewarding to be a certain way. And I think, again, if it works for you, it works for you. Who am I to say anything? But I don't get it. The rigorousness with which some people are choosing to live their lives, hide things that are actually important to them, that they care about deeply because of perception or because of culture within the industry. People are punishing themselves. People have been doing it for decades. Again, if it works for them, works for them. But people are doing that. People have done that.
Yeah.
It's weird, yeah.
Do you see men's mental health issues a lot in the film industry?
Yes. It's not on the forefront. It's sometimes what they'll say and not realize how profoundly sad it is. People just don't talk about it.
What are men's mental health issues from your perception? Because you're a very perceptive person.
Yeah. I think everybody thinks that they're still competing with one another. It's a very unhealthy. It's not just in our industry. It's in general. It's in our city. It's in our culture. It's very strange in our city. I mean, the Bombay culture. It's sad because I don't think anybody can truly compete with another. If we were to talk about our industry in particular, I can't think of one actor that can do what another can. Everybody has their own space, actresses too. That zamana only has gone, where everybody's doing a love story. No, everybody's doing their own thing and they're doing it to the best of their capacity. There's no contest as such, and yet both men and women always feel like they're competing with so-and-so. That's something that I find really unhealthy. It's a culture that's also, everybody's always talking about it. There's no rest in our industry. It's always like you walk into a meeting, somebody's comparing you to somebody. So it's in your mind when you're sitting in your car on your way home and you're home, oh my God, this person is doing this, that. I should also be. It's very unhealthy. I don't pay attention to that as much as I can and I'm very honest with myself. I know that, okay, how I can present myself in a movie is different to this person, and this person. Now, if those people are thinking that we're all the same, that's just not true. So then that's on them. But that's with men as well. And I feel like people should talk about this more because I think people in general think that women have more insecurity issues than men in the film business. I disagree with that. I think it's everywhere.
I agree with your disagreement.
Yeah, exactly. It's very prevalent even with men.
Through the course of this 45-minute conversation that I had with you.
Has it been 45 minutes?
I think it's probably been like an hour.
What? Yeah. Okay, cool.
See, it's fun talking to Ranveer.
Yes, it is. I knew it would be. I told you.
But when I've had women on the show, especially from the film industry, it's a much easier conversation. That's a reflection of their inner worlds.
Yeah, I think women are more introspective. Not generalizing, because I know I have a lot of male friends that are very introspective too. But most women do tend to think about things, I think, a little bit more or perhaps a little deeper. and figure out themselves a little bit more. So I think that's probably why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This might be an artistic input on exactly what you spoke about, and I think you said the exact same thing. But if you are truly an artist on the inside and you're born to create something, creativity is effectively you channelizing something from outside of yourself through your body and mind.
Right.
Through your flow state.
Right.
That's where your career is built.
Right.
Therefore, whatever you produce doesn't belong to you in the first place. Therefore, why should one engage in competition? Because none of it is yours anyway. You're just
I
a
agree.
channel.
I understand what you're saying.
Which is why I think it's so important for the sake of your art as well as your mental health. Just play your own game and be better every day.
I agree. Play your own game is so important. Like remembering who you are and why you're doing it is so important. I always feel like for me personally, I don't want to fit in. I never have, frankly. And I'm really okay with that. I know people, honestly. It's kind of fun, like to not do what everyone's doing. And it's effortless for me because I don't enjoy being in the chaos of things.
That's why the Noor.
Chalo, good. Yeah, probably. That's sweet, but probably. It's nice to remember why you're doing what you're doing and who you are through this whole journey. It's a crazy journey otherwise.
When I saw you at Soho and KC, this is why I wanted to talk to you. Like energy recognizes energy.
Yeah, always.
I knew you're this person, and this is what I wanted to showcase to the audiences as well. But just on behalf of the audiences, they were waiting to get to know who you are. Why have you not opened up in front of the world this way?
The opportunity hasn't presented itself.
Okay.
It truly hasn't, actually. And the few times that it might have in a smaller way, I've tried to express myself as best as I could, but more often than not, it's during a film promotion or another sort of interview that's different to how we're conversing today. You can't, the depth aspect of this conversation is not possible in those settings because it's all upar se. And I enjoy a conversation in depth. I really enjoy this because it's so nice to actually get to know a person rather than just say, hi, how are you? All great, must catch up. I can't do that. Like, I just can't. Like if I hear someone saying, must catch up, God bless you. Bye. Like, I can't.
You must catch up again, God bless.
More often than not, people never want to and intend to catch up with you, but they say it. It's hilarious. Looking fab, looking stunning means can't wait to get away from you is what they are trying to say. I've realized this in Bombay.
Yeah? Couple of things, okay? Because we have to take a short break, but couple of things before.
Okay.
I've reduced the frequency of releasing my podcast a lot because I wanted to focus on the art aspect of it.
Yes.
Rather than the capitalist aspect of just growing aggressively.
Yes.
So the first thing I want to say is thank you because you're helping me fuel my art.
No, thank you.
On an artistic level, thank you.
And thank you for having me because one seldom gets to do something like this. So I'm really glad that this happened. Okay.
Cool. See you in a bit.
Okay.
See you. Welcome back to Rendezvous with Sami Garewal.
Love it.
See, that's such a millennial reference.
Oh, the best show ever.
Dude, do you ever go back to episodes now?
All the time.
Right?
All the time. Your favorite episode?
Shah Rukh Khan.
Okay.
Like 1990, he's wearing a black suit.
Yes, I know which one.
The way she has navigated that conversation. And after a point, Shah Rukh Khan actually begins to act a little bit. Like then he's playing a character. But there's a big part of that episode where first his ice breaks and then he gets very vulnerable.
Right.
And then you see why he became Shah Rukh Khan because this is before he became the Shah Rukh Khan.
Right.
What's
One
yours?
of the best shows ever, I think. And how well put everything was, how well navigated that show was. I absolutely love her and everything that she I think what she did was really begin that kind of culture for us.
The host perspective on Rendezvous with Sami Garewal is the way she navigated people's hearts. Oh my God.
I think just how she handled it for me as a young girl at that time. I had never heard anybody speak the way that she did, hold her own the way that she did, the eye contact, she was genuine. She wasn't, trying to be anything that she was not. She held her own so beautifully. She asked questions she meant from her heart, which I think is a beautiful thing to do. When you speak beautifully, oh my God, what a great gift to the ears. There's a lot to learn from everybody. It's not like, if you're an actress, watch an actress on. No, you can watch anybody on that show and you'll learn so much. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah, you know what's common between you and her? There's like a lot of healing energy.
I agree with you. It's so strange. The things you're telling me when we're sitting here are things that I've only heard from people who are very, very deeply spiritual. So it's very interesting that you're saying this.
People are deeply spiritual.
People that I've met in my life that are deeply spiritual and who say this to me, and they say this about my touch and my hands. They say that to me. So it's very interesting that you're using all these words. It could be because you're a more open person. You're a more spiritual person. So you're seeing that. Not everybody sees it. So that's nice.
The visualization. Okay. So would you like to know now?
Of course.
Do you believe that another person, maybe who's engaged in conversation with you, might be able to see something for you?
Absolutely.
And I don't know, tell me if this is something you've visualized. Because
Okay.
that's what I feel.
Okay.
One of the reference points is Adele.
Okay.
Okay. And Adele took all her pain and whatever happened to her and poured it into her art.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that you probably do this behind closed doors anyway.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I think the world is going to see that over the next 10 years of your life.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm seeing you with like a piano for whatever reason. I don't know. I don't know whether
Oh, interesting.
that's the zone of music that you are thinking about creating. But I'm kind of waiting to see you explode on a global stage. Most likely like English music.
Mm-hmm.
But really pouring yourself into it. But the day you like lock in on that visualization and pour yourself into one album or a bunch of kind of related songs, some chapter will complete itself.
I so know what you mean. It's funny that you're mentioning this now and that's your visualization, because for the last year I've been so I did this movie, Apurva. I feel like that film changed my life, not only because of the people that I worked with on that picture, but also because a lot of realizations happened to me during the filming of that movie and the release and things like that.
Where you were kidnapped by Dakus?
Yes, it sounds crazy, but for a lot of reasons, I spent a lot of time with myself on that film and enjoyed it thoroughly. I think it's one of the most successful films in my filmography. And I realized after I finished that film that something just snapped inside me, and I just said, okay, I need to, now that I've done this, because it was my dream to do a movie like that and not just a film where, I'm looking good or I'm with so and so actor. I realized this is what I want to do. I'd rather do fewer films and focus on a film like an Apurva that gives me the ability to showcase my prowess or something different in myself that I've wanted to do for a long time. And then the other thing I want to do is focus on my music again. Like, it just came to me, I don't know how or when, but I realized that I need to start putting my attention back to who I really am and what I really want to represent, and that is definitely music. So since the release of that film till now, it's taken a little bit of time because all good things do, but there's a concert that I've been planning for the longest time. And I used to do a lot of concerts. A lot of people don't know this about me, but before I did Student of the Year 2, I was a singer. And musical theatre was my life. It is my life even now. But I did a lot of solo concerts in Bombay. And I really miss that. Like, there's nothing like being on stage and doing something like that. So I plan to bring that back. Literally haven't spoken about it ever, but bring it back in a really big way. And your visualization of the piano is very accurate, because there will definitely be a wonderfully large grand piano by my side when I do this concert. The aim was to do it at the end of this year, which may or may not happen because these are things that need a lot of preparation and planning. But live music, big concerts, gala evenings, these are things that I definitely want to put my energy into, and I've already begun prepping on with orchestras and teams and things like that. So this is definitely on its way. It's just I haven't spoken about it yet.
Until now.
Until now.
So I get to know a person like through the course of this, and
Yeah.
I've done more than 900, so I really know my
Oh my
human
gosh.
beings. But I've gotten to know you. It's a dual compliment or statement or whatever. But one, man, I'm waiting to see your music
Thank you.
and witness it. And the second thought, I kind of feel like the film industry doesn't deserve you.
I get that comment a lot on
And-
social media. I read it a lot on social media. I know where you're coming from. I appreciate that. And there's much to love in the industry. There really is much to love about it. And there's much to love about some people in it. Not everything is bad.
Yeah. It's not
But-
as bad as people paint it.
Sometimes it can be. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes it can be. And sometimes it's absolutely wonderful. But most things in life are like that. So it's really perspective that comes into play here. I have struggled with fitting into. There are certain norms, just like perhaps in any other profession also. There are certain things that every young actor does or is told to do. I don't understand that because I've never done that in my life. Neither have my parents asked me to follow any specific way of being. We've been brought up to be so in tune with ourselves that following someone else or someone else's journey or sticking to certain rules and things, I don't understand that. So it's been tough for me in that aspect. So I can understand why you're saying this sentence, because I probably don't fit into what a Bollywood actress maybe is supposed to look like. Or when I say look like, I don't mean face wise or whatever, right?
You look like a Hollywood actress
Oh,
and a
very
Bollywood
sweet.
actress.
Very sweet. Very
But
sweet.
go on.
But I understand what you mean by that. I read that comment a lot, and it's two things. It's very flattering in a sense, because it feels nice to be seen and to be understood. And yet, like I'm saying, there's a lot that I love about this profession, and it's tricky. There's a duality to it. There's a dichotomy to it, which is interesting. I'm figuring it out as well.
Yeah. You know what I said isn't a diss at, like, it's not, I'm not dissing the film industry. you know
And
what I'm
neither
saying?
am I. That's
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say. Like, I understand where you're coming from. Maybe some people who are watching may not, which is why I'm trying to explain what I mean too. So I mean, I think people will.
It's kind of what Nikhil said on his podcast with you and the Zepto boys and Navya. He said that fortunately or unfortunately, the pie in the film industry is really tiny. And for whatever reason, there's only going to be 10 people every decade who are given all those opportunities. It's
Right.
just the nature of that industry.
Right.
One of the most impactful documentaries I ever saw was The Roshans, about Hrithik Roshan's family in 3 generations. And his dad, who's one of the most legendary directors and producers in
Yeah.
the industry, didn't make it as an actor.
Yeah.
And then life kind of pushed him into film direction. There's this word called swadharm mentioned in the Gita. And swadharm basically means doing the job that you're actually born to do. And until you hit the mark in terms of job selection, no job is going to feel as good.
Right.
And if a job's not feeling as good, it means you're probably yet to find your swadharm.
Yeah.
So again, I think your swadharm is not just music. Maybe you're an artist. I'm sure you'll act a lot more. But again, just waiting to see your music, because
Thank you.
I would, usually guys don't listen to female artists.
Wonder why that is. I've been
It's
told this
changing?
a lot. I hope it's changing. Someone from the industry said this to me when a song of mine was releasing that I had sung, that we must release the male version first, because people like to listen to male versions rather than female versions more. And I really struggled to understand or fathom what that meant. But sometimes I'm a bit utopian about these things. So I was like very offended.
Gen Z boys are a little bit
I
better.
hope it's changing.
Guys our age, it's a lot of like rock, hip hop,
Oh God.
guy music, Punjabi music.
my show won't have that, but I hope you'll come and I hope you'll enjoy
Dude,
it.
no, I'm a supporter. I'm a cheerleader.
Okay, good.
Honestly.
Good.
Like if so I'll tell you, like a millennial guy perspective. I listen to a lot of SZA. She's this artist, very popular with Gen Zs.
Okay.
There's so much pain in her voice. And
Really?
I don't think that she's got great melodies, but wow. So SZA is my favorite female artist
Okay.
currently. But there's a couple of artists that I keep going back to from the past. I'm just speaking about
Yeah.
female artists.
Yeah.
Few Beyonce songs, like the most serious
Yeah.
ones, like Halo.
Yeah, love Halo.
Halo as a guy,
Yeah.
Halo's videos, my visualization of my wife.
Oh, so cute. So cute.
That's my ideal life,
It was fab. It was fab.
right?
Oh, have you heard Ray? She is just outstanding.
Like recent, like
Yes,
new.
moody, soulful, new, but has this fabulous 50s bob hairstyle. Old fashioned, but there's a lovely newness to her as well. Soul, R&B, fantastic. You must listen to her.
Another millennial reference.
Yes.
Like my all-time favorite female singer for the vibe she puts into the music, which is what I'm also highlighting about your future work, is Alicia Keys.
Love Alicia Keys.
And especially Falling.
Oh, yes, of course.
Another visualization of my
How
wife.
interesting that you like all this. Love it.
These are this is stuff that only people our age will get.
Yeah, that's true.
Uh,
That's true.
like how do you explain this 50s and 60s style of music to the modern day audience?
I don't know. I think it's simple. The lyrics were simpler. If you listen to the music from that time, the music might be complex, but the lyrics were simple. Melodies were simpler. The instruments that were used to perfection. If you asked me, maybe there were fewer instruments. I just think it was a simpler time. Therefore, the music is a reflection of that. I think love was love, heartbreak was heartbreak. It was communicated effortlessly, simply. Melodies were different. Those songs will stay with you and me forever. We may forget a song that an artist has released in 2019, but we will not forget a song from the 50s and 60s.
That is so
And you'll remember the sweetness of the ballad because there was sweetness in it. We've lost that simplicity in melodies and lyrics. Everything is PR nowadays. Let me write a song with these words in it because this word is trending. No, music, films, theater is about emotion. It is about nothing else. Can you evoke that emotion in a person? If you can, it will be remembered. Look at Saiyaara. It's evoking him. What is it doing? It is not succumbing to anything that our industry today says will work. For the last few years, people are saying love stories are not working. Rom-coms are not working. This kind of a love story won't work. Saiyaara is everything that a love story should be. It's true, it's genuine, it's from the heart, and it's evoking emotion. And that's what our films have not done for so long. And it's finally we have a film that's doing that. And people are wondering, why is it working so well? Because of the emotion. Because everybody sitting in that auditorium is feeling everything the maker wants you to feel. And that's what great music is. That's what great filmmaking is. That's what great acting is. And somewhere I think we've lost that. So for people that, so many people make fun of me for listening to music from the 50s and 60s.
Why?
It's she's only obsessed with everything vintage and retro and from old school, old fashioned. It's so boring. Like I play it on set all the time whenever I'm shooting and people are like, change the music, who's playing the music? But actually, if you listen to it, it's very special. I mean, that's my opinion, but it's really something else. And I really urge people to go back to that time.
Hard agree. I just feel people need to be introduced to that music.
I completely agree with you. Maybe because I was introduced to that at such a young age, it's a part of my being. So I hope like parents will make their kids listen to it from a young age because there's you learn so much also. Not only as an artist, but like you learn about love through those songs. You learn about heartbreak through those songs. You learn about everything. It's fantastic. It's fantastic.
I think that in this decade, people have gotten really smart post the lockdown and learned so much about EQ and
Yes.
love literacy. But the human mind and the soul has a need for raw romance, and that's
Yes.
why Saiyaara worked.
Yes.
Like sometimes you just want that delusional love shown to you on a screen because
Yeah, the madness and the chaos of it.
that's
Yeah.
also the reason why 50s and 60s music makes us feel the way it makes us
Yes. Yes.
Hmm.
Yes.
The depth that we're hitting in terms of speaking about music, I've only had these kind of conversations with one other male friend of mine. He's an artist, like he's a
Okay.
musician. His name's
Okay.
Eclipse Nova.
Okay.
So I'd introduce him to some jazz that I had just like discovered when I was just discovering jazz for the first time. And I asked him that, would you listen to this? He's like, yeah, but इस music में बहुत ज़्यादा मदहोशी है. And I didn't know what madhoshi meant.
Yeah.
So I was like, madhoshi का मतलब क्या है? So he said, like drunkenness.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how you describe raw romance as well.
Absolutely agree.
That music takes you somewhere. It intoxicates you.
It does. It does. It does. And you can listen to it endlessly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only overlap that Gen Z music choices have with millennial music choices is Coldplay, I think.
Yeah.
That's the only overlap I see.
Yeah. I didn't think about it like that. Yeah, you're right.
Little bit. Have you heard Cigarettes After Sex?
Yes, of course.
And like,
Love.
yeah.
Love. It's melancholic. It's raw. It's real. I love it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, if you were dating someone, if you're freshly dating someone and you
The
had
first song I would introduce.
Yeah.
There are a few songs that are on my mind. So there's a song by Elvis Presley called "Are You Lonesome Tonight?" I think it's a beautiful song. There's also a song by Julio Iglesias
Oh,
called
wow.
"Crazy." It's I don't think it's from the 50s and 60s. It's later because he
Still
wasn't
retro.
singing then. Fantastic song. Great to do the rumba with your partner if you're into ballroom dancing. It's a song of love. It's beautiful.
What's the rumba?
If you're listening to that kind of music for the first time, I would listen to Elvis because the charisma that man has in his voice, even if that's not your kind of music, you will love it because it's impossible to not. So just listen to Elvis to start, or you can listen to Frank Sinatra or Dean Martin. But I would say start with Elvis. Yeah. Or you can listen to Engelbert and you can listen to a song called The Last Waltz or Spanish Eyes. See, I can go on and on and on about this and your viewers will fall asleep. So best not to get into it.
Yeah. The first song that I introduce is a 1942 song. It's called Dream by the Pied Pipers.
Okay.
And Madhoshi.
Really?
Intoxicating music.
Oh, love that. Okay.
Dude, so I have these two romantic rules and one of them is linked to music.
Okay.
So the first rule is that I make banging food. Okay. But
Okay.
I only cook for my mum. And if I'm in a serious
Yeah.
relationship, if it's been some time,
Yeah, got it.
then I cook.
Got it.
Okay. So it takes time. And I've noticed that guys have these kind of rules where they let people in
yes.
gradually.
Yes, yes.
Especially if you've been heartbroken, it takes time to let someone in.
Yeah.
The second rule is related to this playlist.
Okay. Okay.
So tip to Gen Zs. Okay. Ideally target doing this like a little bit later in life once you've made it a little bit. Because you need a little career stability to be able to really enjoy this.
Got it.
But you find the biggest room that you possibly can and get a good quality speaker and you put the playlist on. And you don't need to know how to dance.
Yeah.
But you slow dance to this music.
It is the best feeling ever.
And you let the body be taken over by the music.
Yeah.
You can't say that about modern day music.
Yeah, you can't.
You know? Why is
can't.
that?
It's the feeling with which I think that music was created. It was also the first time that kind of sound and music was created. And I think people understood feelings in such a different way then. Again, I think it has to do with the softness of spirit and the softness of hearts. I think we've all just become a little too tough. And I think we don't allow for everything. We don't allow for every feeling anymore. We're so focused on the outcome and how will I look and how will I be perceived. I think times were simpler, man. To make it just simple for everyone, I think times were simpler. Emotions were just shared differently. And that reflects in the music, like I said. And it reflected in relationships then. Yeah.
I feel like, it's such a cliched thing to say, but we're all slaves to our screens now. And that's taken away this huge aspect from human existence where if you rewind to a time where screens didn't exist as much, you'd invest your thoughts in poetry and in emotional exploration.
Yeah.
That's what led to that level of art.
Yeah.
That's
There
what
was
I
more
think.
time. Whether you spent it with yourself or observing something else, you made that time for yourself, or to do something, to actually do something with your hands rather than scrolling on your phone and noticing what the whole world is doing. You're right. I agree with you.
Maybe also to do something with your heart.
Yes, and give it your 100% attention and everything from your being rather than, even today when we're doing stuff, we're always going back to the phone. You're always going back to it. So your complete energy is not anywhere but in that cellular device. And it's very annoying.
How do you feel about this reality that we live in where most of us are going to find our long-term partners through the internet and not at a cafe?
Two thoughts about this. One is, if it works for people, it works for people. I'm not entirely sure I'm one of those people. I don't trust that device. There is a lot to be said about human connection in person. I believe a lot in knowing a person through, like, I feel like if I shake a person's hand, I know them. That touch is important for me. The actually being in front of them is important for me. There's a sweetness and a romance to that I think cannot be found on a screen. And I also understand how difficult it is to find people these days. So, of course, you'd want to go to an app and find someone. So, I understand the dichotomy to that. For me, it has to be organic, it has to be in person, it has to happen. It's not easy, obviously. But for me, there's a sweetness and a romance to that I think cannot be replaced.
Does Tara's heart want Tara to get married?
Most certainly, yes.
Oh, real?
Yeah.
Why?
I love love. Anybody that knows me knows how much I love love. Yeah. Always have, always will. No matter what bad experience, always. Love is the thing.
I'm very okay. Actually, I'm excited about the thought of the same person for the next 70 years.
Yeah.
We did this like documentary on romance recently. We tied it a little bit with like neuroscience. And effectively, the reason why so much cheating happens nowadays is because people are chasing dopamine,
Right.
chasing that burst of excitement. But the way you practically do it in a relationship is that you have shared experiences.
Yes. Yes.
That's how you keep the dopamine going.
Yeah.
You have to be a little delusional and work on it.
Yeah.
And I think all of us know this theoretically.
Yeah.
But what do you feel about it?
Yes, of course. Like I said, to share that experience with one person, I don't think I can compare any other experience in the world to that feeling. For me, it's number one. What? What?
What's Tara Sutaria's ideal husband like?
Simple, in essence. I hope he knows himself and understands himself and likes himself and loves himself. I hope he can laugh at himself. I think it's so much fun to be able to laugh at yourself. Simplicity. For me, it's just be easy, be simple. For me, time and taking the effort to make time for a person is the most important thing. And I know some of the most, like the busiest people that I know that do that. And I just think that that's the sweetest, most selfless thing you can do for another person is give them your time. You give someone your time, I don't think any girl in the world wants anything else. And if she does, well then, I don't know. But I think for me, that's all that it is. Really.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you dating anyone right now?
See this question that has come. I'm very happy right now. Yes.
Happy for you.
Thank you.
Yeah?
I'm elated, over the moon.
Good. Good. Do you ever just like stare at the moon together?
Yeah, actually.
Fun experience.
Sweet.
Yeah?
Chaudhary ka chand vibes happening.
The moon has a lot of energy.
It does.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's a fantastic shared experience.
Again, I'm so intrigued that you brought that up.
Why?
This has also been told to me by someone to do that. So that's why it's so interesting. Serendipitous meeting you today. Literally, it's insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
There's another energy building this. Astrology. Astrology.
Love it.
What does your chart say about your marriage, Tara?
What an interesting question, Ranveer. Thank you for asking this question to me on your show. Wonderful things.
Yeah.
Wonderful
Yeah?
things.
Good marriage.
Yes, lucky in that department.
You'll be a damn good wife. And I say that as a compliment. I don't know
It's
if that'll
because
be...
if I didn't love as much as I do and did and always will, I mean, anyone who loves it as much as I do will be a good partner because you prioritize that above all.
Most important thing for you?
Yes. Undoubtedly. Because when you see what life is about outside of that, it's all great. It's fine and dandy. It's wonderful. But when you have love in it, it makes everything better.
Man, happy to know you're happy now.
Yes.
You know why? I mean, like, anyway. But through your 20s, what were your mistakes when it came to love?
I think I was also getting to know myself. Like all of us are in our 20s, you're figuring so much out in your 20s. I'm not entirely sure that I think that there were mistakes. If I'm to talk about myself, I'm not entirely sure that there were mistakes that were made. I'm very proud of everything that's happened in my 20s. And I go to sleep at night with a lot of dignity and pride because, like I said, I know what I stood for and stand for. Personally first, and of course then professionally. And I'm very proud of everything that's happened in my 20s.
I'm not trying to get anywhere with this question. I'm asking from the perspective that I have made a lot of mistakes.
Lol.
It's a much more narcissistic perspective of asking the question, honestly. I think I chased too hard, man. Love.
Okay. Like now or then?
Then.
Huh.
Now, no, man.
Yeah.
Now I'm a 32-year-old man. I sit and I build my castle. And whoever wants to come by can come by.
Fair enough. That's a learning I think all of us have as we get older. Very helpful learning. Don't chase. What is yours will come. And it does come. And there's a very irritating thing that people say to you when you're alone, which is when it's the right time, it'll come to you. And you get very irritated with it because everybody tends to say it. Now, I think about it in retrospect. It's actually true. It's so interesting how the universe will come together to give you exactly what you wanted, if that is what you are deserving of. Because great love is something that you have to put in as much to receive that. And I'm very, very lucky and very, very happy to know that the universe believes that I'm deserving of that love. So it's a wonderful, wonderful thing to realize. Yeah.
You are deserving.
Thank you.
I think that if one has a burning desire to find deep romance in life, they're meant to find it.
I think so too. And not everybody has this deep desire and this yearning and burning and all for love. Not everybody has it. I thought everybody's like me.
Yeah,
No, everybody's not.
Really?
Yeah.
You think it's like an artist thing?
No, I know non-artists also.
That burning desire is still there in me right now. But it burnt me so much on the inside, like through my 20s, man.
Could I?
just wanted a wife so bad.
Aww.
And it's reached a point now where something switches after 30. I don't know whether it's just a number and thinking about the number. When you see the 30 versus 29, which seems so large.
I know.
But it's not in my hands. My chart says it has to be a delayed marriage because there's work to be done.
Okay.
And that's probably my only way of self-actualizing this issue. But of course it's there. And as a guy, I've just buried that want, man. Like at
Don't
this
do
stage.
that. Don't do that.
That's my maths for attracting it quicker.
Okay, understood. Understood.
I'm like, might as well.
No, if you want it this much, it's yours.
I don't
Just-
need. I don't even want to voice out that I want it.
That's what I'm saying. I can see that, and yet I just know that it's already yours. Whenever it will be, but it's yours. Because you're talking about it with a certain energy, and I feel like it's gonna happen, obviously. There's no way it can't not happen for you.
Like there's so much. I can't believe this is becoming therapy for me.
I love it. I love it.
But there's so much pain that I've just buried so deep. Like a lot of it is from broken romance. Some of it is from career. Some of it is from childhood.
Yeah.
And I don't have any expectations of the partner to come and heal my pain. I think that's unfair.
You know, sometimes just the presence of another being in your life that loves you the way that you would want to be loved is healing in ways that is your subconscious will feel healed when this person is by your side. It doesn't mean this person has to be your therapist. It doesn't mean this person has to sit with you and decode everything that's wrong. But just knowing that that person is there heals so many things that you can't even imagine. And I hope that for you, and I'm sure that'll happen. So
It means a lot. Feel like paying you for this therapy. Okay. But, I'm a huge critic of short content. I actually think it's fucking up a generation. Okay. But there's some short content pieces that you see that just stay with you because they shake you up in that moment. And the algorithm knows what to show you based on your mood.
Yep.
There's this reel I saw, which is so true. And it's actually a really mature take on love. And I've understood love through this show. The reel, basically, it's like this clip from an old school cartoon, I think.
Okay.
Where there's a grown man and woman sitting in a boat. And the woman goes like, I'm feeling cold. And the guy takes off his jacket and puts it on the woman. And she turns into a little girl. Okay? And then he's rowing the boat. And then he hurts his finger. And she's like, oh, let me see. And as she sees it, the guy turns into a little boy. And that's what love is. That it's about reparenting each other in the long term.
Yes.
As messed up as it sounds, whatever it is.
You know, I watched a reel recently of this gentleman, very well-known gentleman, speaking about how when you find your soulmate and your partner, all of your childhood, this word is used a lot these days, so I don't mean to use it frivolously, but childhood traumas will be addressed with that partner. All the good, the bad, especially the ugly, will be dealt with that partner. It'll all come out because we're all, like you just said, revisiting all of that with the one person you trust the most, which essentially does become your partner. And I watched it, and I watched this reel. I'll share it with you. It was so interesting for me because when you get that close, which we all do with our partners, all of that stuff comes out. You become that child again. Your silly little insecurities or whatever from your past, your childhood, they all come up with that partner. And I think that's actually, and it's safe with that person. That's the best part. And I really enjoy that part of a relationship where you can share without the judgment. You can open up about your whatever it was in your childhood. I really enjoy that part of a relationship. So you bringing this up actually brought me back to that reel. I'll send it to you. I think you'll enjoy it.
Have you processed everything about life until now?
Everything now, I don't know. But I think about things a lot. So I think I do. I think I have. If I hadn't, I'm very restless if I can't process. So I don't think I would. Yeah, I would be very restless if I hadn't processed everything in my life.
What's the most intense positive experience you've ever had in your life?
Intensely positive, many intensely
One.
positive things. There's a bunch in my mind right now. I'm trying to narrow it down to one. To be completely seen and understood finally. Intensely powerful and positive for me. Also, when I'm on stage and when I get a certain response, for me it's my all-time high, apart from love in my life. When I'm on stage and when I get a I get this certain reaction from the audiences, which I'm very grateful for. For me, that's like so powerful. I can't even tell you.
Have you thought of the next decade?
Yes and no. I know that what I want. I've always known what I want. And I've been very fortunate to receive it. Always. Yeah, I think I know what I want. And I think it'll pan out that way.
Don't want to put it out right now.
They're very simple, basic things. Don't need to put it out, but
I don't
Yeah.
think you should.
that the universe knows.
Your happiness has inspired me and all the guys today. Like,
Oh, that's very sweet.
want to
I'm
emulate
glad.
that. You know,
I'm
somewhere.
glad. I'm glad.
Most of my female friends in our age group are much more sorted out than the guys. Though I think they have it tougher, which is weird because
You think the women have it tougher?
in our age bracket for sure.
Yeah.
I think in the 40s the guys may have it a little tougher. I think.
You know, I think it's very tough for guys too. I'm seeing friends of mine struggling with certain things, and I'm seeing girlfriends of mine struggling with certain things. I think it's very tough too. The pressures on men in society, not cool. Not cool. We don't even talk about it enough.
Yeah, I hear you, and I'm an advocate for men's mental health as well. But I think going through brutality as a man can be a blessing if you view it that way.
When you
For
say
the-
brutality, what do you mean?
For the male experience, I think you need to be whipped a little bit by life. And I say this, it's kind of a spiritual perspective.
Yeah.
But I truly believe, and this is what I've read in many of the spiritual books that I've studied. I think a soul goes through female births and male births.
Yeah.
And a male birth's purpose is to suffer physically and have that pressure of providing for your family
Oh,
and protecting.
goodness,
And I
really?
think there's privilege in that. And you need to grow through it. So I genuinely think, and my mental health has been wrecked this year. And I've addressed it, cried, prayed, worked towards it, gone
Yeah.
for therapy, all that. And yet I think you need to go lift that heavy weight. And if you can't lift that heavy weight, become strong enough to do it. That's what being a man is for me.
Okay.
And that's what I
Okay.
tell all my bros, my younger friends who are guys. It's also advice for some girls to take if they want to take it. But for the guys, toughen up and face life. After processing.
Face life, I agree with you. Face life. Life is life. Life is going to continue lifing for the rest of life. But so face life, I understand. But what about the softies? What about the people who are soft and who can't face it in the way that you're saying? Brutality, the word that you used. Not everybody can handle that. So then what does one do?
My authentic response is that this planet is like a jungle and you'll be eaten. That's my authentic response.
I understand that.
Toughen up.
Being tough is important in today's day and age. Totally agree. And yet I stand by, remember your softness through it. That's all. I just don't want people to misread or misunderstand what toughen up means. Dikhawa nahi karna. Face it, accept it, whatever your truth is, whatever is happening to you, face it in the best way with the most dignity that you can. I think that's also being a man. I think that's also being a lady, you know. Being tough through it, but remembering the softness and remembering that it's okay to be both. You don't have to be either. There's no one way to do this. There's no one way to get out of life and have a successful life. That's all I'm trying to say. So I agree with you, and yet I disagree on just toughen up. That's the only thing. Yeah. You can be both.
I want the female perspective on this, okay? Because again, as a guy, you usually tend to think in a binary manner.
Yeah.
Usually.
Yes.
That's also what I think one has to work through while they're in a male body.
Yeah.
When it comes to the women in my life, my mom, my sister, my niece, my girl, who's yet to come.
She's on her way. She's on her way.
Thank you, Tara. Thanks. But the ones who I love,
Yes.
I actually want them to have a really soft experience of life. And I'm sure they are given a very shit experience by society in many ways.
Yes.
Which is why I want the
So
experience
you
to be even
want
softer.
the softness for them, but the brutality for you. Is that what you're sort of intending
Yeah.
to say?
For my brothers and myself.
Okay. How interesting that is.
I think that's a very healthy way of living, but that's just my narrow opinion.
I think that's one perspective, is to do it that way. And I feel like, why can't men and women both have the same experiences? We all deal with it innately differently, right? The feminine experience and the masculine experience, they're very different. So I can't say the woman must respond to brutality or to this in a certain way, and the man must respond to it in toughness and whatever. I think every woman is different today. Every man is different today. Everybody will respond to life in different ways. I think women are toughening up, and some great women have retained that wonderful softness that makes us feminine and divine and wonderful. I think it's important to balance both. I think as men and women, we have both sides to us. You have a certain obvious masculinity to you, and of course there'll be wonderful things that are more obvious in the feminine. But I think we both share that. So we can explore that within ourselves in life, and I think it's okay to do that.
I think where you're getting towards, and please correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm processing it wrong.
Yeah.
But I think what you're trying to say is balance out your energies.
Yes.
If you have too much feminine energy, balance out the masculine, and vice versa.
Yeah, and you can do that if that works for you. That works for me. I have both energies to myself. I balance them out when life throws me a tough situation, and that's how I like to operate.
I think that's the human experience. That's the purpose of the human experience. Right?
Yes.
For a guy, it's to increase your feminine energy, and for a girl, it's to increase
And
your
you
masculine.
see how wonderfully that works, actually. It works wonderfully.
Sorts out your inner world, therefore sorts out your outer world.
Exactly. Exactly. And we all have it within us. We just have to channel it.
Such mature kids, Tara.
I know, you're telling me.
This is such a mature
Telling me.
podcast. I feel so grown up speaking to my Parsi friend.
Oh, God.
This very stable Parsi lady
God.
who's joined us today.
Mad Parsi lady also, let me tell you.
I can actually talk to you for hours.
I know. I feel the same way. I'm just really happy that we had this chat.
Thank you. Me too. Genuinely. I'd visualized this way back. Which is why when you were shy as shit, like in Casey Rose,
Oh, God.
I was like, I'm not gonna try breaking the ice here. Let's save it for a great piece of art.
In a way, I wish that you had, but in another way, I'm actually grateful this has happened at the right time.
Yeah.
I think so.
I hope that we get to speak a lot more in the decades to come.
I'm sure we will.
So thank you for gracing us with your presence,
Oh,
Tara.
so sweet. Thank you.
Genuinely. I have so many crappy jokes about your starlight blessing our studio.
God, please. Oh my goodness, I'll die. Oof.
How often does that happen?
Often enough.
Yeah? People use your name as a pickup line?
Yes.
Like, what's the
In Hindi and English.
cheesiest one you want?
They're not memorable, I'll tell you that. I don't know. It's just always got to do with wordplay, right? Light or, star. The word star, people love using it. Tara, Chand Tara, all this people will start saying. So,
Do you think one becomes their name?
in many ways, yes. Like I meet a person. Have you ever met a person and you're like, this makes so much sense that this is
Yeah.
your name?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel that way.
You kind of look like a star. Like, you feel like a star.
Chalo, sweet.
I'm glad that the audience got to experience the star-like energy of Tara
So
Sutaria
sweet.
today.
Thank you.
This
Thanks,
was
Ranveer.
so good. This was a fantastic episode.
Thank you.
We taught people about music and love and maturity.
How sweet.
Thank you.
How sweet is that?
आपको धन्यवाद कहना चाहेंगे तारा.
बहुत धन्यवाद आपको भी बहुत धन्यवाद.
And
Thank you.
hope that the universe keeps bringing you and your heart more of what your soul desires.
Thank you.
Thank you
And
so much.
likewise, thank
Thank
you,
you, Tara.
Ranveer.
Thank you.